Or are you going to give it all away? And for what? And for what? For all the scams and manipulations and lies and hypocrisy. For all the tales being told to you about a war on drugs, crime in the streets, protection against the blacks who may riot and destroy you and your property, protection against the destruction of the ozone layer. You see, because all of those are scams, all of them are lies, all of them are deceptions. The problem is, most people are falling for these deceptions hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker. The same conditions exist in this country at this very moment that existed in Germany during Hitler's rise to power. Hitler also spoke of the New Order and the New World Order. Hitler also offered the solution of protection. The solution of socialism for Hitler's Germany was socialist, and the Nazi Party was National Socialism, and that's what Nazi means. I have to laugh every time I hear a socialist calling somebody else a Nazi. If you're a socialist, you are the Nazi, because socialism brings total control over every individual that engages in the acceptance of favors from Daddy in the form of the government. You see, when you accept favors from Daddy in the form of the government, the same thing happens when you go home to your real daddy and live in his house and eat his food and drive his car and sleep in his bed. You lose your freedom. You lose your freedom. And whoever furnishes you with the necessities of life have the right to dictate to you, legally under the law, under the common law, under any law. Free men and women cannot participate in socialism. You cannot, you must not. And indeed, this country is almost totally socialist at this moment. All we need is just a couple of more things. Guaranteed food, guaranteed job, guaranteed medical care. You've already got guaranteed food, and if you don't have a job, you got guaranteed welfare, which is the same thing. So really, the only thing we need to become a totally socialist country at this moment is guaranteed medical care. I know there's a lot of you out there who need medical care. But if you've never fallen for the insurance scam, the price of medical care would not be as high as it is today, and anybody would be able to afford it except the poor. Think about it. We're in this situation because we as a people, as citizens of this great country, have failed our forefathers and have failed the Constitution. Our forefathers and the Constitution did not fail us. But they knew we would be weak. And you can find in the writings of George Washington, James Madison, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, statements of what most probably would happen in the future of this great nation. And that the people would learn how to give themselves favor after favor after favor until there was no freedom left. You've used the right to contract to destroy yourselves. This is a wake-up call, maybe the only one that you ever get. This is serious. Wake up, roll over, sit on the edge of the bed, put your feet firmly up on the floor, and get up. Get up and look around at the real world. not the fantasy land that you've been wandering around in, lost for years. Your e-ticket is expired. The rides are coming to a stop. The gates are closing. And you'd better find the gate quickly and get out into the sunlight. You'd better learn to stand on your own 2 feet, responsible. And you'd better throw every single traitor out of Washington. All of them. We need to completely revamp our entire political process. We can never again allow professional politicians to hold office in this country. And we must root out every member of secret societies who exist in the bureaucracy and in elected office. This must be done for the good of the nation. If we don't learn to do these things, and if we don't learn to send citizens to the State House and to Washington to represent us, and only for 1 term and 1 term only, then we are doomed as a people to be enslaved once again, as man has always been enslaved in the past on this earth until this country was brought into being. The chains will surely be put around our ankles, and we will be shackled to a computer and a system of cashless debt that will be more cruel than the most maximum security prison in the history of the world. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Think about it long and hard. Look at your children when you think about it, and understand that the future belongs to them, and their future will be what we give them. Nothing more, nothing less. Good night, and God bless you all.